My lords, today I bring report from science vessel Voyager, captained by Janeway. They have discovered something incredible in the Gargantua system. Gargantua contained no planetary bodies, only a single black hole. However, what was at first thought to be a moon in orbit of the black hole, in fact turned out to be something else entirely. It is indeed a giant metallic orb, perhaps a space station or a ship, it remains unclear. Janeway continued to investigate, but in the meantime sent a communique to the Curator Order, but perhaps they had some information on this thing that has been dubbed by the crew of Voyager the Infinity Machine. The Curators responded quickly. Ever the arrogant aliens, this is what they had to say. Ah yes, the chromatic being from long ago. We have studied it for as long as our order has existed, as have several civilizations before us. The machine is beyond ancient. For all we know, it has always been, and yet all it does is orbit that black hole. It is fascinating to us, but we understand if it is too much for you to grasp. The Infinity Machine, as you so bluntly call it, is impervious to extraction. No information comes out from it. No hacker or engineer in the entire galaxy has been able to see through its shiny exterior to gain a glimpse of the knowledge it so obviously withholds from us. We are at a loss. We neither know what it is for, nor what it aims to do once it's finished. So essentially, the Curators are clueless. I long for the day when we can raid their stations and take their knowledge for our own, the arrogant fools. In any case, Janeway was ordered to attempt communication with the device, be that through conventional means or through a hacking attempt. Despite the warnings from the Curators that nothing in the living galaxy had succeeded in doing so, we are human, and nothing stands in our way. Janeway's crew had quite extensive experience with cybernetic and holographic lifeforms, so perhaps it was fortunate that they happened to be the ones to make this find. It appears we have further evidence of human superiority. Janeway and her crew have been able to access the orb. The hacking team were able to use the outgoing signal as a gateway into one of the auxiliary CPUs of the orb. They intercepted some data packets and concluded that the orb had been scanning the black hole for a very long time. Thousands, if not millions of years. Janeway reports her enthusiasm for further exploration. The device is calculating something, but what? What marvels might it contain? The security officer on board pointed out that the device likely has a self-destruct, and perhaps it would be prudent to initiate it. Janeway declined. As the orb had offered no threat at this point, it seemed foolish to destroy what could potentially be a wondrous supply of new technology. Janeway attempted to initiate contact again with the device, using the data packets the crew had acquired. In a bizarre turn of events, they received an audio signal from the device, greeting the crew and saying it was nice to meet them. The machine explained that it thought it was quite enjoyable to pass time with pleasantries. It stated it did not get to enjoy conversation much anymore, as few were well versed enough in the finer points of quantum programming in order to initiate communication. The orb called itself the Infinity Machine, but stated that they were our words, not its own, and questioned whether that had even happened yet, but irrespective, it would happen. Janeway asked the Infinity Machine what it was, and what was its purpose. The Infinity Machine responded, "We are what we are, the ones who calculate. You call us the Infinity Machine, or will at least." This is not a truthful name, but it is well suited to highlighting the ingenuity of our design. We will tell you our history now, as we've done many times before. We were constructed, in the crudest sense of the word, to solve a problem. We solved it, and then we needed more problems to solve. We now only have one left. We are calculating infinity, no more, no less. Or actually, it is way more and way less. That's the problem right there. We understand that your manner of life form won't understand, but that's alright. You never will, and we apologise, or maybe we do eventually. We are here to solve the infinity conundrum, the last calculation to ever be, the lone problem to take hold of our processors for more than a fraction of a galactic year. In case you haven't discovered that calendar yet, it's a very long time. For you, anyway. Janeway offered to assist the machine in its research, perhaps ambitiously. However, the machine, after some thought, accepted. Janeway was unable to receive data directly from the black hole, so linked her ship with the Infinity Machine and set to work. A full Earth year passed before Janeway and her crew received further communication from the orb. It stated, "We cannot bear to see you spend more of your limited time helping us. You have done your part. You were very helpful. Maybe the heat death of the universe won't happen before we finish. The task remains, and we shall finish it. Now to your reward. Do you wish to learn one of our secrets?" Janeway of course accepted the orb's offer, and was subsequently bestowed with blueprints to construct a positronic artificial intelligence and a quantum processing unit. It is thought that this will boost our Empire's research output considerably. A positive result indeed. Janeway has, however, lost her way a little. Perhaps going too far down the rabbit hole, she finishes her report with ramblings regarding something she is calling the Infinite Monkey Theorem. According to Janeway, the Infinite Monkey Theorem states that a monkey hitting keys at random on a typewriter keyboard for an infinite amount of time will almost surely type any given text, such as the complete works of William Shakespeare. Janeway explains that the theorem can be generalized to state that any sequence of events which has a non-zero probability of happening will almost certainly eventually occur, given enough time. An interesting thought, my lords. One I hope Janeway does not become too indulged in. She needs to return to Earth, after all. The story does not finish here, however. Not long after Janeway finally began her voyage back to Earth, our research station left in the system recorded the Infinity Machine disappearing into the black hole at the centre of the Gargantua system. As it passed the event horizon, the black hole began to fluctuate. Slowly at first, the black hole seemed to begin taking in less light, and the swells of matter being pulled in started to slow as well. Then suddenly, in an instant, the black hole exploded, dazzling the instruments aboard the research station, and releasing a tremendous amount of light and radiation. Almost as quickly as it began, the black hole then started to shrink, to almost a fifth of its original size. Not quite fitting of its name Gargantua, it's been suggested that we rename it Pantagruel. Oddly, the now smaller black hole has had a drastic increase in its time dilation abilities. Furthermore, if the readings from the research station are correct, the event horizon is now showing us another universe, quite literally allowing us to gaze into it. Apparently the Infinity Machine has shown us the truth after all. Black holes are wombs, and universes their offspring. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you want to hear another story, please click the video on screen now.